There we go. I had not unmuted myself before doing that like I typically do. My bad. Hello. How's everyone doing? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Um, hello, Cole. We're going to be cutting it like 30 minutes short today because I gotta go to work and the snow in Chicago is insane. Um, so I don't want to be late to work. So as much as I want to, stream the whole 2 hours today, I really shouldn't just because of the snow outside. So yeah, only like 30 minutes though that I'll be cutting it. So won't be missing out on too much. But today I think we're going to be recording some pieces for the crowd, the little like army battle that happens in the background of our League of Legends clip here, where she's like jumping around. There's all these people that are like, whoa, like fighting each other. Yeah, Cole seems to be spreading that negative energy with the hearts there. I don't know what you're talking about. And there's a lot of people in this clip. I think in the beginning it shows like a good shot. So like there's a bunch of people running into this more like well armored looking group of folk, and then she's just right in the middle. Yeah, okay. So this is a good shot of like how many people we're going to have to create. And if we wanted, I mean, we could try and get oh man, we could try and get like fancy with it because it is like split a bit to where there's like these more common folk over here against like the literal army people up here. Um, so there is a split, and we could try and lean into that by like having two different types of crowd voice. But I don't really think it's necessary, to be quite honest, since most of the shot is within the like army group, anyways, and you don't see much of the like common folk side. It's all the spears and stuff. So I'm thinking we don't worry about that too much. I don't. It's not very integral to the scene. This character is the main focus of it, anyways. So I don't think we really need to focus too much on splitting the crowd, exactly down the middle. If we had the time and budget and whatever, sure, make it a stretch goal. But I think for the purposes of what we're doing, we don't necessarily need to do that. I do though want to listen really quick to what we have so far. All right. This whoosh at the beginning, that needs to be a bit more. But we can tackle that in the we got headroom around there, so we should be good to add more to that and really make it like a kind of thing, really accent it. But that'll be our stream where we go through and do the sweeteners and whatnot. For right now, though, I'm going to actually deactivate all of these tracks. Make a new one called Crowd. Crowd. Um, Ambience, we'll say. And we'll call it like fight ambience. That's a bit more descriptive. Is it? What do maybe just crowd fighting. Cool. And then a piece of hair in my ear cup. There we go. My hair's getting real long. Not sure what to do about it. Tempted to just like shave it all off again. Because it worked out pretty well last time I did it. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let's do it like this. I'm gonna mute myself here. And now you should be able to hear me. Yeah, through Ableton. And then I can turn on my other mic. And then we can do that. Cool. Yeah. Cool. Way too bold. Yeah. Excuse me. There we go. So I've got. I'm gonna tilt the camera a bit. I've got this plate in front of me. This is gonna be our fight. It's gonna be like. Pretty much that. And I'm straight up gonna record like 10 minutes of hitting these things together and stuff like that. Then I'm gonna like shuffle the recording around and drop it into Granulator. So I posted on Twitter some like bubbly noises, and I'm gonna do the same thing that I did for that, except with knives, and like other various kitchen utensils. Like I have this fork thing, a little spatula, whatever the heck this is. Like we just have this laying around. I don't know what it's used for, but you can shove stuff into it, which I think will get great results. And I have it all just on a plate, so I can like do some of that. I think that could be good for what's it called? The little shield bash at the beginning where she steps on the person's shield, like right here. Bonk. Could be a good like kind of thing for that. I have to be a bit careful. There are knives in this, so I grab them solely because I know that they sound good. Otherwise, I wouldn't have grabbed anything sharp or dangerous. So be careful doing these kinds of things if you're at home and wanting to, I guess. But I'm going to turn off this mic here and go just to the shotgun that's right here. So now, oh, wow. You can hear me pretty well. Oh, I turned off the wrong one. There we go. Now I'm down here. We're going to get off the chair a bit. Back on the ground like as usual when recording these things. All right. And then I'm just going to let it roll. All right. I'm going to move this a bit center for me. All right. I'm going to start. Sorry, like you can't see what's below the table here. You know what? For the sake of the stream, I'll leave the plate of utensils up here. So we're going to start with this fork and the spatula. Okay. I'm gonna cut out all these parts where I'm talking, just so we have a clean recording afterwards and have it not be boring to watch in the moment. But I'm gonna grab this little spatula thing now and get some stuff out of that. Okay. Try some duller things. Okay. We're going to use the knife now. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. All right, I think that's good. Just wanted to get that in there for when we inevitably decide to use that for the shield stuff. Wow, how much is this? 6 minutes. That's enough. That's more than enough. All right, 1 second. Okay. Ugh, my knees. Okay. I'm gonna move this plate of sharp objects off of the floor really quick. Okay, let me fix this camera here. Hello. Awesome. Oh gosh, I'm bumping the mic like a madman. So now we have to go in and edit the parts out where I was talking, which usually wouldn't be a problem, but streaming and all that gives me a second to at least chat. You know what? For the sake of the stream, I'll leave the plate of utensils up here. So we're gonna start with this fork and the spatula. Perfect. I had a little burp there, my bad. I'm gonna. Okay. So this seems to be the end of that. Kai with the hydrate. Will do, will do. I filled up my water bottle just in case. There was like 8 million hydrates. But thank you for that. Needed it. Afterwards. But I'm going to grab and get some stuff out of that. Okay. We've edited that out. We don't necessarily need that blank space in there. Okay. So that's the end of that. I'm just going to edit that out for the ease of things. I'm not spending a million hours. Also, hello, Kai. How's it going? Okay. That's me talking. Cut that out. Cut the silence out a bit here. I'm going to go in and add crossfades and then noise reduce this as well. Just for the sake of keeping things clean, especially when I'm going to do this granular synth thing. I want my recording to be as clean as I can have it because it'll be playing itself pretty much a million times over top of itself. It's going to be playing the clip a lot of times, pretty much. Pitching it up and down and whatnot as well. But it will also stack, the background noise. And if you stack the background noise, 3, 4, 6, 12 times, it'll become really, 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 really present. You'll just hear a loud, like, especially with pitching it up and down in there as well. So I like to make sure that these recordings are like super clean, as clean as I can, make them with the tools that I have available. And then throw it into the granular synth to start fiddling about with it. Okay. And getting rid of any like silence, things like that, is useful just because, let's see. Okay, I'm just going to get rid of this whole section here. It's useful to get rid of the silent bits just in case you like play the synth a little bit and then just like nothing happens for some of the keys. It's a little unfortunate and can kind of ruin the speed of how quickly you can make things and experiment. And also you just get weird like handling noises like that in there that you probably don't want anyways. Okay. And pitched up or down, they may sound super weird and poke out and be played a lot. So I like to be better safe than sorry on those kinds of things. I think that's good. Okay, and I think this is where I started hitting it. Yeah, I'm going to keep that separate, actually. This is just for the shield bash stuff. You know what? We're going to duplicate it and then just use it for later. I'm going to call this like shield jump source. And then let's just add crossfades so there aren't any weird clicks or anything. Cool. I think there's like a Reaper script that exists that it's just like add crossfades at every, what's the word? Every like tangent to clip, I guess. Every clip that's touching another one, just add a crossfade between them, and that sounds super useful right now. Just to go in and add like 6 or 7 crossfades all at one time. You know what? Let's crop that noise down a bit. And just grab the rest of the clips here. Scooch them down. Perfect. One of those moments where I wish I had Pro Tools is, was it slip mode? I think is what it's called. That thing is very useful when you use it, but you don't use it super often. At least I find. Unless you're like super into like audio editing for film, I believe. Because then it seems really, really useful where you can just like swap stuff out at certain time codes and all that jazz. This stuff is a little sparse. That's fine. And then I'll just fade out the end there. Add a fade to the beginning there. And then I'm actually going to consolidate this whole thing. Just, again, for the ease of things. If we wanted to ever access any weird bits in the clip, we've got this other one over here that we can always just drag out. And we've got all of our source still there. So we're not losing anything. Oops. Let's just bring the gain down a bit so we have some headroom, because there was a bit of clipping in there. Shoot, I missed this beginning part. Oh, actually, wait, hold on. I don't want to. There we go. There was a bit of clipping in there, but I think that was just mainly because of the high pitch and high frequency content, which we'll filter out anyways, because we don't want any of that coming through. So I think we'll be safe. A little clippage never hurt anyone. Cool. I did drag this up. Nice. Cool. I did just say nice, cool, I think 3 times in a row there. Let's go find granulator 2. And then we're going to drag this clip down into granulator. So now we've got it in the synth. Disable this track for now. I should name it like metal source. Man, I should also just I should do like a stream where I just get source recordings. That'd be like kind of boring, but like a great like talking engine, I guess. I could just tell stories. And that sounds like fun to me, at least. Could bring someone on and just chat with them while I edit source recordings. All right, so how do I want to do this? So we've got the synth there playing, and I'm using my keyboard, my just like typing keyboard, as a MIDI controller for the moment. It doesn't sound like much. I think if we have to increase the spray by a lot. Sadly, the max that we can increase it by is 20 seconds. I wish you could do it by minutes with granulator, but I'm obviously not using granulator in the way that it's meant to be used. 100% like a musical kind of tool. So a little unfortunate the way that we're using it. And the shortest grain that you can get is 0.25 hertz, which again is a bit short for the purposes of what we need. It's like, that sounds okay. I think we'd want to see what other positions sound good. Like, I'm just gonna scroll through. Like you can see, I'm just moving the little marker around. I can actually zoom in. Let's do that. Yeah. There we go. I can this is a little weird though, because my mouse is like, it's zoomed in for me as well. But this sounds more like pots and pans, almost like clattering about. That's like shoveling through a like a drawer of spare parts. How about over here? All right. Maybe all the way at the beginning here. Oh, there's a little bit of me talking in there. You heard that? It was like a whoa. That's just me talking, but pitched it down. That's what I meant by trying to make sure it was clean. So obviously we failed to meet that criteria. And that now it's gonna be in that area. So if that area had anything good in it, we can't use it anymore. Thankfully, it didn't sound like it did. What is this? I'm wondering what these other controls are here. Ah, that's stereo spread. Okay. There's two different sets of controls here that we can go through, but this is all just like music stuff. Hmm. It's not as aggressive as I need it to be. Yeah, it's not like cling, 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 like as I was expecting it to be. And I mean, that's fine. Like this is just experimentation. To see if we could not cut a corner, but streamline the process a bit. I'm thinking we can still try and salvage it by doing a little bit of just some processing. Because it's sort of more so the timbre of the knives than anything. I'm thinking, whoops, thinking we can, compress it with double lock here, which I've been using a lot lately and starting to really enjoy as like something that's just super aggressive for absolutely no gosh darn reason. But it does bring out the noise quite a bit. But these will be a bit quieter than it is right now, so I think that's fine. We can turn up the darkness as well, because I want to turn on the punish on decapitator here and just play with the dry wet. Okay. Then if we just turn down the volume a bit, and I play it a little slower, oh, too low. I'm wondering if we play it like really fast. What if we decrease the grain size just a bit? Oh my gosh, I have sound notifications on for Slack. When did that happen? I definitely turned that off. There you go. Well, you shouldn't get any more. I think that sounds fine right about there. So I'm gonna just record out like a good, you know, minute or so that we can use and switch around and edit a little bit more. Activated Slack notification sound. It's freaking going off the chain, dude. I think that sounds fine. There was a bit over here where it got a bit too much, but we can just, not use it. We've got plenty like in here and in here. That sounded great. So I'm going to use that. We're going to keep granulator around, but we just don't need to use it. Keep it up at the top though for the sake of just seeing things a bit more easily. The first thing I want to do is just EQ this. And we don't need any of these lows like at all. That's where most of the noise was anyways. Oh my god, I know why there's so much noise. It's because we didn't denoise it. I said This is why I need more people watching so they can remind me to do these things that I forget to do, even though I literally say that I'm going to do them. Oh man, I totally said I was going to denoise it and I didn't. I guess I'm showcasing why you should. Because I'm proving my points. I had the talking in there that completely ruined a section of the recording. And now I didn't denoise it. So now it's kind of noisy because we're compressing it a bunch and distorting it a bit. So the noise is a lot more present. So yeah, don't do what I did. I wouldn't do what I did either. It's not one of those like don't do as I do as I say situations. It's a do as I say because I didn't do as I say. Hey, I'm gonna round off the high end just a bit because it's quite piercing. I'm curious, can we actually denoise this from where it's at? It's worth a shot at least. Oh yeah, kinda. So here, let's just get rid of that EQ. Freeze and flatten this. And we can put that EQ back. I'm gonna turn up the clip gain so that we can see it a bit better. And then, shoot. How do I want to do this? I want to add stereo width to it because it's literally happening all around the character. And that's sort of what I want the listener to be. Even if the listener was the camera, um, I would still want there to be a stereo kind of presence for these sounds. And I'm pretty sure, like, I'll try it, but I'm pretty sure just tossing a utility on and turning up the width won't make it sound very natural. Yeah, not even a little bit. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is one of these. I'm gonna crop this. Yeah, that's fine. And actually, the fighting doesn't start until about here. I would like the swords and stuff kind of to filter in. Actually, I'll fade it in for now. But I would love it to just have the crowds like and like as she's in the air, it's all like filtered and like underwatery, and then as she flies back in, it goes like right back into the full fledged kind of thing. And now there's swords stuff and all that because there's no clashing yet until she lands and then people are starting to fight. Like I'm sure people are fighting at this point, but she's in the air. It's a slow mo like action kind of thing there. Oh yeah, exactly. Tape stop. That's totally what I was thinking. I should mess around with some tape stop stuff when we do the sweeteners. That'd be perfect. It'd be a bit cheesy, but like that's what I'm here for. I would love to just toss a little cheese in because cheese is good. And again, like when she's like that, like whoops, when she's slow mode, like throwing this knife thing around, I'm gonna do the same filter thing again, where it kind of goes like so that it can really accent what's going on. I did a similar thing in my Sekiro redesign, um, where I instead of what I want to do with this, which would be a low pass, I did a high pass on the ambience, and I mainly did that so as to give a lot of space to the low mids and the lows for the like impacts um, of the like the finisher kind of thing. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know it's for sure in my reel, so I might just pull that up. Also, I have Spelunky music stuck in my head. Dunk, 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 dunk. All right. So, I think it's here. Yeah, so you'll hear when he goes and do the like the what is it the death blow, I think is what it's called. When he like grabs him and goes like with the sword. Um, it's super subtle, but I think I filtered the ambience with a high pass to give more impact to the actual stabs and whatnot. So you can't really tell it in there, but if I actually I know I actually just have it in like my files here. I'm gonna do that instead. That'd be like way easier to showcase. Donk 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 donk. Got the dwelling music stuck in my head. I can just do this now that I'm in a different folder. You can see what I'm looking for. Bum 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 bum. I didn't know what the move was called, so I just called it jumpy move. Bum 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 bum. Oh yeah, all right. I separated everything, so this is like the lows. So like that's what I wanted to come through. Let me see if I can find the ambience. Yeah, like it's nice. I didn't filter any of it in the beginning, but then right there I filtered it for that finisher. You know what? I did filter in the beginning actually. I just went extreme with it right there. I honestly I should have also I should have just lowered its loudness as well. Because the high frequency of the water and like the rain definitely got in the way of some of the knife scraping. Um, Not super noticeably and not like impactfully enough for me to really warrant like going in and fixing it. Um, but just on a second listen there, I'm like, yeah, I should probably like have lowered its loudness a bit. I know I definitely sidechained it to all of the hits, like all the impacts. I used some sidechain compression again just to give it some more space, and I was running into some mix issues. We just had too much playing at once, and then when I got rid of the ambience, it helped quite a bit. So I was like, oh yeah, I should just ambience isn't really important when you're stabbing a dude through his back. So like, might as well just cut the ambience with a sidechain really quick, and it worked out. It's quite nice. Um, oh, there's gonna be another slow mo. Man, there's like 3 slow mo bits in this one freaking clip. I did not think about that before starting this redesign. That's how much slow mo that was in there. Oh, I think there's a good Instagram reel by I think her name is Vanessa. Oh my gosh. I don't want to mess this up. She works in Pro Tools all the time. Like, oh my gosh, what's her name? View profile. Yeah, Vanessa. Vanny.audio. Almost certainly you're following this person because they're really good. But she did a little clip about how she did slow mo stuff, and it was like doubling things and pitching them down and all that stuff, and it was really interesting. So I might try some of that as well. I hope we do a sound clip again soon, dude. Same. We should definitely like hit up the group chat with Josie and Max and be like, yo, let's do another one of those. We should do it like at the end of February though, because I think people are really busy at the moment. I know I am, that's for sure. But like after February, like after early February, which I guess is today, isn't it? Um, like third week of February, let's say. I think that'd be a great time. Unless that's like close to Valentine's. Valentine's is the 14th, right? That should be fine then. It'd be after that. Okay. So I'm going to duplicate that, unwarp it because we don't need it warped. And then just shove this over here. So now we've got 2 of them. I don't really like that beginning, so I'm just going to cut it out. Cool. That sounds good to me. And then I'm just going to pan stuff left and right quite a bit. Cool. That sounds good enough to me. I'm going to drag the granulator in there actually, and we're going to call this swords. And then we're going to need vocals, which I guess we could do right now. I've been kind of putting it off because I don't really want to be on stream going like, but like I think that'd be fine. I would just have to do it for like 2 minutes. it'd be a little not embarrassing, but strange for anyone that just came in to the stream. Screw it, let's do it. Okay, so you should be able to hear me on this mic in Ableton. I'm gonna turn down my input because I'm gonna be going a little loud. Okay. I squeaked my chair a little bit. Whoops. I can't do different voices. Um, how about like yeah, yeah, cool. That's all I'm doing. That's all I'm doing. Okay. Oh my lord. I bumped the mic. Okay. I'm sweaty. I'm so sweaty. There's like other people in this house. I hope they think I'm okay. They definitely like know what's going on. But like that was pretty funny. There was one time I was like laughing maniacally. Um for the Denny Jam game. I was doing some laughs for the music that I was making. I wanted some like yeah ha 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 like laughing spookiness in there. And so I just recorded that myself, and I was also going like a bit insane because I was just like doing too many things at one time. And my friend that was me, Alex, he sent me a message on Discord, and he was like, "You scared the crap out of me as I was going up the stairs with your laughing." And I was like, "Oh shoot, my bad." It was for a big skull boy, and he was like, "Yeah, that sounded exactly right." So I was like, "Sick, that works perfect." Oh man, I'm gonna be talking a little bit quiet because now my throat's a little sore. I'm not like a voice actor by any means. Oh, I squeaked my chair a little bit. I squeaked. Yeah, I did squeak my chair in there a little bit. Um, yeah, I'm not a voice actor, so I don't know like warm ups or like. Can't do different voices. Um, how about like yeah. Like I've done voices for my own stuff before, and it's come out like okay. Like most of my vocals for like any redesigns that I've done is just me. Like um so like if like I think I have a redesign of some like Dark Souls bosses, and all of the vocals and like screams and stuff like that. It's just me, but like by all means it's not my favorite. Cuz it's me like muffled. um a lot of the times I hope for like weird robot screeches because then I can just like scream into a pillow to get the like the timbre right, but then not the actual loudness, and then just like compress it and run it through like some like run it through some weird effects like a grain delay or something like that. And that way I don't have to get loud, but I can still nail the aesthetic. I wanted to get sounds of people like dying too. This is not gonna sound great, I think. All right, let's go in and add crossfades there. Who knows? This could sound impeccable. Like, it's worth a shot. That is for sure. Dude, now I got the Volcano music stuck in my head from Spelunky. Dunk 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 dunk. Do 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 do. Oh, dude. Also, on the topic of Spelunky, I just got the pilot character. Very happy about that one. Took me freaking ages. That's why I've got Volcano stuck in my head because I was playing this morning, trying to get pilot as I was like waking up. And oh, I'm so happy now that I got him. Cause his rope, when you throw his rope up, it just goes like, and it's like the cutest thing. And also he looks adorable. By far, like my favorite little dude. I should have done this in the source recordings folder, but it's a little late for that now. Um, which is fine. I can always just move this. Oh, I gotta noise reduce. Thanks for reminding me myself. So let me actually increase the loudness a bit. And then denoise. I didn't worry too much about the, like muffling and like my hands over my mouth and stuff like that. Purely because I knew that these were going to be like a big crowd, and I didn't need to worry too much about like having, you know, the high end poke through, because the high end is really just being taken care of by the swords, and not even just the swords and the ambience, but like the swords and the actual like attacks and all that stuff. So now let's drag this into here. I wish there was a way to freeze like down to mono. That'd be great. Because whenever I have a mono track and I freeze it, it always just turns it into a double mono track, which is not at all what I need. Okay. I'm a little worried. This might sound just like awful. Let's do like, that's a good grain size. Crank the spray. I think that's good. I think this is great. I think we could go higher in pitch. It's like a bunch of mice coming to attack you. Oh, man. I think there's a way I can increase the amount of voices, because I'm a little low on... Yeah, here we go. 32 voices is exactly what we'll need. Ooh, I should save, because that might make my computer crash. Some of the low pitched like just go like in the background. You know, I think with some format shifting, this shouldn't be too bad. So let's just record a bunch of that. I love just the one like... Alright, it does kind of sound like a zombie horde, you're right. Oops, wrong way. Me, hold on. I need to increase the attack a bit because some of them are starting in the middle of like the rars, and it just kind of goes like it sounds really bad. All right, let's try that again. I think that's good. Oh, dude, I wasn't. Fine. I wasn't recording that to a track. That's my bad. I was just so like lost in how it sounded. We'll just let that go. So now I can talk to you while this records if you really want to try and hear what I'm saying through this sea of me. It's so stupid sounding. But I have, like, with the format shifting, I have a plan that should hopefully make it sound okay. Yes, I got one of the like, yeah. Yes, another one. Okay, perfect. That was all I cared about. I just love the ones in there. Like every once in a while, just a little of like some dude getting absolutely decimated. Okay. Perfect. Ish. What's gonna be rough is I think for the intro. I think for the intro we're gonna want to record something different because all those people like running, and we're gonna need like a yeah, like oh, like cheering and running. And this will be more for like the fight of people getting hurt and all that stuff. So we'll need to do another one. But I don't think we'll be able to use granulator for it because they'll be long enough like clips that we'll just have to stack it ourselves and do like yeah, yeah, like stuff like that. But I'm not really in a place where I can scream at the top of my lungs. So maybe I'll do that like somewhere else. I do always have space at work where no one's at that I can always just scream at, and no one really cares too much about that. Okay. Actually, while I have a moment here, I'm gonna go use the restroom. So I'll be back in just a quick second. clicked the wrong stream transition. Is gonna go back to the stream starting soon screen, which would have been, I guess, correct technically, but not 100% accurate. So we didn't get to see a nice clean transition there. That's my bad. Close up my source recordings there. Okay, so let's fade this in a similar fashion. I'm going to duplicate this, fade this out, crop that to be the same length. Also fade that out. On this oh my gosh, it scared me. On this second one, I'm gonna scroll over to there. Okay. 9,000 points, Kai. Holy guacamole. You could do some serious damage with that. Reminds me I should update my prices on the channel points there. I'm going to use M Transformer to do some formant and frequency or pitch shifting. Okay. I'm going to duplicate that onto this track here. Duplicate both of these tracks and get rid of M Transformer from both of them. All right, so now these two tracks have nothing on them. Cool. And then I'm going to scroll these around. All right. Honestly, like some of these could be a bit. There's a lot of like 11,000. You're gonna get me in the last 15 minutes of my stream. I guess I did say I was just about to raise the prices of everything. So like, if you're looking to buy into Eric Moen channel points, now would be your time. Unless I forget to raise the prices like I've done the last few times anyways. So I mean, you could always bank on that. I would. The one little like, he's manipulating the market. All right. 1 hydrate, 2 hydrates, 3 hydrates. Any more? Can I get a 1, 2, 3? Is there gonna be a 4? Is there gonna be a 4? I'll hit you with 3. There's a dab in there. Okay. As 1 hydrate. As 2 hydrates. As 3 hydrates. And then a dab. I need to get rid of that. The dab one is a little cringe now, don't you think? Don't let him manipulate the market. Get this man. Get him in the hearts afterwards. Lovingly get this man. Get him out of here. that should work. We can EQ out a lot of the lows. It sounds more like a weak kind of army. But it kind of works. We can add in those filters. Seeing as we're a little low on time to do anything huge. So I'll just add in the little filter bits. So we wanted it to filter up there for when she lands. I guess when she throws the knife would be more impactful. You do a little resonance on there. And then one right there. Throwing it around, and then so we'll do something like this. Then it comes back in there. And we can slowly kind of fade it back in this way. I think a little sooner would fit better. It's a little late. And then another slow-mo there. Jeez, man. The 3 really is insane. And it kind of zooms back in here. Yeah, I think that sounds fine. We may end up just doing some pitch shifting instead. So I might do like a dry wet, like 50-50 kind of thing. Ugh, we'll see. I'm thinking we'll just leave it at that for now, and then see if the sweeteners can't just like carry the slow-mo bits a bit more. There's so much of it. I feel like this could go down a bit there, just add some motion. Those are already fading in. It's so bad. It's so bad. I may have to just forego the crowd, because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do it like by myself. I would need someone. I would either need someone else or like a different space to do a large crowd kind of thing. Doing it on stream like this is, I thought it wouldn't be possible. Turns out I was kind of right. It's not the most feasible kind of thing to do. Just right here. I have places I can go where I can go like like as loud as I want. Right here is not one of those places. Not because I can't. It's just, don't really feel like, bothering all the people in my home and making people outside think that I'm like dying. We can still hear how it sounds with everything else though. So why don't we turn on everything here? Beginning's still going to be a bit sparse. Ooh. Don't DMCA. Don't DMCA. I'm actually like, I should just turn that down all the way. okay. Well, I mean, I'm glad that it doesn't like what's the word? Like block out, I guess. Obscure. Isn't quite obscure the knife sounds of her like attacking and all that. I think you know what? Actually, here's an idea. I think that works, but it's not all of it that we need. Um, we're going to need screams and like yells for when she bashes those people at the end and for the crowd running up. I think those little one shot kind of quote unquote like one shot bits in the ambience will help sell it a lot. Um and maybe even some like smaller kind of yells or some yawns maybe. Um some like smaller yells or screams or anything when she does her like attack because she is like killing people at that moment. So there might as well be like people dying in the background. So like I think that would also help sell it where like it's like yeah and then and like just people dying and like oh I think that would help sell it. I think the vocals that we have now are good for just like they're like good the way they are. It'll fill the space. It fills the space quite nicely, but it doesn't really tell the story at all. If anything, it's literally just there to fill any gaps and catch anything. Um, so the crowd fighting is a little bit more in depth than I was planning on it to be, which is fine. Um, if anything, it's more directed, which is great. It's what we need, more direction on this kind of stuff. But it also gives us a bit more work. So this redesign may take a bit longer than I'd expected. Well, granted, it did sort of start off with just wanting to do the knife attacks, but now it sort of blossomed into blossom's a strong word, but it sort of sprouted, I'll say, into doing the whole thing. And it's quite nice. I haven't done like a full like redesign in a hot minute. Like a full redesign where it's like every little nook and cranny has got to have something, at least for something of this scale, um, where it's like high production, there's a lot going on, things like that. I've done like full redesigns of like smaller kind of things lately, um, but nothing of this sort of scale, I guess, which I assumed would be a lot smaller than what it's turning out to be. Um, which is, I mean, again, it's fine. It's a lot that goes on in 10 seconds. And I think that's honestly like good. I'd rather have something that has a lot going on in 10 seconds than like a minute worth of something that is a little boring. What sucks though is we've kind of gotten the fun part done, which was the knife stuff up here. Like getting this done. Getting that finished up was great. Doing this Foley was kind of fun. I need to finish it actually. Because there's no Foley for her like jumping around and stuff in there. There's just that in there, which is a little strange, but it works. Um yeah, there's nothing in there. So I need to finish up that Foley as well. These whooshes and stuff I think are fine. The whooshes are done. Except for like that one. But I've already got whooshes in here. So that's good. And so all we need is this crowd. The crowd, the Foley. Some mixing. and then the shield at the beginning. I think that's it. So yeah, in theory, it's only like 3 things. The shield would have been kind of fun to just do a little one off of. Maybe that's what I'll do Thursday for the 1 hour stream. Is take care of that little shield bash. That'd be good to spend an hour on. It's just a little shield hit. That'd be good. That'd be very good actually. So I might do that. We've only got like 5 minutes left, and I feel like we're sort of at a good stopping point. So, what to do for 5 minutes then? That's sort of the question. I'm gonna take a little sip while I think. We could play with the synthesizer for like 5 minutes. That'd be kind of fun. So let's disable all of those because we don't need them anymore. I gotta do something like this. Hold on. All right. I have to plug in the synth. My first thought too was like, oh, we got like 5 minutes. I could do a Spelunky run. But that's like totally not true. Now that I'm like getting okay at Spelunky, runs are taking like 30 minutes. It's a lot more of a time commitment to play that game now. Yeah, that's fine. So I have my new Arturia Micro Freak right here, and I'm hoping to get more well versed in using it beyond just presets. Let's see, how loud is this? Not very. That's good. Yeah, I wanted to get more well versed in using this little thing. I'll tilt this down a bit, so that I can start using it for sound design. And right now, it's still very musical. Like all the presets are music things. Like it's cool. Like it's fun. There's some sound effects ones here. There's a bunch of vocoder ones, but I don't have a mic for it. That's cool. Simple sub template. Whack. Holy moly. Either way, let's go to a initialized patch. There we go. Forgot that it's monophonic unless we hit this paraphonic button. So I don't know. I don't know how to use this thing. So let's just turn some knobs for the next like minute or so, find something cool, and then call it. Wavetable sounds good. Let's assign the LFO to that. Just like 100%. let's assign the envelope to the cutoff. Let's assign. Let's assign the LFO to the wave as well. And we'll assign it a little bit different. So now I've got that. And then I want to do something like that. Like a little explosion almost. I need to learn how to use this. Because, like, I feel like I've already just reached the extents of what I need. These are kind of fun. Let's assign the pitch to the envelope as well. Just a bit. Maybe not that much. I think that's fine. Let's record a few of those, and then we can call it. Here's an idea. Let's assign the press, which I think is the key press, to the cutoff. Just a bit. I'll turn the cutoff. So when I press really flat with my finger, there's like a larger one. But if I do the tip of my finger, it's a shorter one. All right. I think that's good. I can edit those out later. Because for now, we're done. Let me undo my mic stuff here really quick. All right. So as I undo my. There we go. I turn off my synth here and all of that. Thank you for coming out today. Really appreciate it. If you're here for a few minutes, a few seconds, or even the entire time of the stream, I really appreciate it. I'll be back on Thursday, finishing some more bits of this. Most likely, like I said, we'll be doing the Shield Bash, which will be quite fun. We have the source recorded for that already, so we just get to jump right in and start designing, which is great. And it's a nice little sound. It'll be fairly impactful. We just have to focus on making it, hit pretty much. I have to hydrate and dab really quick in this outro. I drank a little too much water on that. Yeah. So Shield Bash next time. That'll be good. I gotta go so I don't get caught in the snow. It looks like it's been melting a bit, which is convenient for walking. Unfortunate for looking, but I got to look at it a lot yesterday, so I'm all set. I think. Yeah. I should record some of it too. Ooh, okay, well, I'll do that tonight then. I don't know. You don't have to worry about that. That's all me. I will see you then. Yeah, I'll finish this up. I'm dragging it on too long. I will see you all on Thursday. Thank you so much for coming today. Goodbye. 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 And goodbye.